then I can now just hit save. I can move it to change my dates. You know, well, let's put it to a different date, whatever I need, right? I hit done, I hit save and close. It's now on my calendar, and I can use this key up here, right here, that almost nobody ever uses. Some of you don't even know what that key is. It's the delete key. Right? It's the delete key. So, if I want to take one of these emails and put it on my calendar, I just simply click on it, I hold the click button down, drag it to my calendar, and it pops up a calendar item. And now I just put it wherever I want on my calendar, hit save and close, and it's on my calendar. I can delete it out of my email inbox.
How come it hasn't moved from there? How come it's still in?
Because I don't necessarily want to move it. If I don't want it in my email inbox, what do? I delete it. Because sometimes I'll drag an email to somewhere, and I still want the email in my inbox or in a folder. I don't want it where I drag it to, so it doesn't move it. It copies it.
So you're left clicking it?
Yeah, I just click on the email, hold the click button down, and drag it where I want. Just like you drag anything else around. Click on it, hold the click button down, drag it where you want. You can drag emails to notes, notes to email. You can drag stickies to an email. You can drag a calendar appointment to an email. You can drag an email to a calendar appointment. Anywhere, and not only that, you can drag any of this stuff right onto your actual hard drive, onto your desktop. You can drag calendars, appointments, tasks into other places that aren't in Outlook.
When I drag mine, it'll only go to that spot that I've dragged it to.
That's in a folder. Yes. Because what else you can do is, notice I have these folders over here. Yep. If I drag this email to a folder that's stored in Outlook, it will move that email from the inbox to the folder because these are email folders. But if I drag it anywhere else, it's still going to stay in my inbox until I hit delete because it's copying it. Right? Anybody here have to keep track of what they do each day, what they work on? Outlook has a function called Journal that will keep track of everything you work on in any Microsoft program down to the minute without you doing anything. Right? It's the journal function. Anybody here ever get that little warning message that says your personal file folder has reached the 2 gigabyte limit? Please delete information before continuing. Right? You need to learn about archiving. Right? Archiving makes it so you never have to delete a single email ever. And you always have access to it. Now, when you archive folders like in an office, that means you put them down in the basement, they're archived. Does it take longer to get them? Yeah. Can you still get them though? Yeah. That's why you want to learn archiving. Anybody think Outlook's running kind of slow lately? It's because your personal file holder's too big. Learn about archiving. Same thing. And the only reason I'm showing you is because the person who's paying me asked. If anyone else would have asked me, where's the journal button, I wouldn't be showing you. I'd say, look it up. Right? So right here on the show more buttons, right? One of those right there is the journal. Right? You turn on that journal function, it will automatically track everything you do down to the minute. Now, if you have the journal function turned on, make sure you turn on archiving. Otherwise, your personal file folder is going to reach that 2 gigabyte limit pretty quick. Right? So there's so many, like Outlook has so many cool little things that you can do like that to save you time. Or notes. How many of you still have little stickies on your monitor? Right? Well, in Outlook, look at what I can do. I can create those little yellow stickies, and I can color code them by different categories, by different colors. How many of you have little yellow stickies and sometimes they fall off the monitor and then you try and find them on your desk or on the floor around you because you need that phone number? Right? Never again, right? Because now I can come up here and I can search electronically through every single yellow sticky I have. And it'll find, if I know the person's name or I know something about what I'm looking for, I just type it in the search bar, hit enter, and it pulls up everything that has that information in it. Right? Contacts. How many of you knew that in Outlook, you could actually find every correspondence you've ever had with somebody that's actually in your appointment book, your contact list, without searching through any folders. Right? From the contact list, you can actually see every correspondence you've had with every contact that's in your contact list. You'll see you can find every correspondence you've ever had. 2 clicks. Right? So if you know the person, right? And I'm not teaching you. Look, I'm showing you different things and letting you be aware. This is why you want to learn different programs, different tools that you use. Learn the technology, right? It will make your life so much easier. Yep. Yeah, the 2-click to track every single place you've communicated with one person, and it's only going to be with people in your contact list. It'll automatically keep track of any communication you have with somebody if they're in your contact list. Now, can you set it up if they're not in your contact list? Yes. Right? But you have to actually go through some steps and set it up. So your brain. What's the single most powerful piece of technology you have? It's your brain, right? You need anybody remember when you used to use these little floppy disks? Right? My first computer was a Commodore 64. Didn't even have a hard drive. 0 space. Right? My mom was pretty smart. She knew computers were coming and she got one, and that was when everything was stored on one of those flexible floppy disks. Right? No hard drive, no mouse. Right? All keystrokes to get where you wanted to go. Right? So how do you upgrade your brain? The first one is a brain dump. Andrew talked about this already. Now, this brain dump is not something you're going to do right away, because it's going to take some time. Right? So this is page 8. No, is it 8? Yes, page 8, bottom of page 8, upgrading your brain. So what are you going to do? Right? You're going to write everything down that's in your head on a piece of paper. Everything. And you're going to sit there and do this until you go 10 minutes without writing something down. So you're going to sit there and go, okay, what else am I trying to remember? What else is in my head? Birthdays, dates, calendar appointments, phone numbers, anything you're trying to remember, write it down. Anything you know you have to do, write it down. And now remember, this is why you're not going to do this right away. This is going to be something you're going to do in a couple weeks maybe, when you start seeing more time and gaining more time from the other tips I'm giving you. So you're going to do it. But you are going to do it. Right? Organize where it needs to go. We haven't shown you that yet. But we'll show you how to prioritize your list, how to schedule on your calendar, right? How to get stuff off your calendar, how to delegate, how to do it. So we're going to organize this list you just dumped out of your brain. Now, when you do that, and then you did what I taught you earlier, which is what? Have a capture tool. What's going to happen now? You're going to have nothing in your brain that you have to remember. Guess what's going to happen when stuff in your life happens? What do you think is going to automatically happen to your ability to remember stuff? It's going to increase, right? Not only is your brain going to process faster because it's not stored and clogged in the RAM with all this temporary stuff, you're going to be able to naturally remember stuff better, right? Now you can also increase your RAM, just like a computer, right? You don't have enough RAM, what do? You go buy some more RAM, stick it in your computer. Right? So how do you upgrade the RAM in your brain? Here's this guy right here. Right? You can go spend, right, a lot of money to learn his techniques. He's the memory champion of the world right now. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Every year they hold a memory system, and he basically is it, right? He memorized a deck of cards in 1 minute and 27 seconds. Like a shuffled deck, the exact order they were in, 1 minute and 27 seconds, every card knew where it was. Right? In 5 minutes, he memorized 167-digit number. 167 digits long, different numbers, memorized it in 5 minutes. Right? And this little system right here, you can get for free. Roberta will tell you how.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to pass out a form. How many people here came, pardon? An opportunist. I'm a businesswoman, Echo, like you. How many people here came to our August Success Summit at Centrepoint Tower last year? First day, only Amy. We had Ron White as one of our guest speakers. So he came from America and he presented to the group and did a live demonstration where he learnt crazy amount of numbers. Anyway. So for a few people here, I just wanted to quickly just spend 5 minutes sharing with you a new program that we've got coming up.